Hey, what's going on, guys? This is TaibaHasaKicks.com, and today we're going to talk about the Air Jordan 4 Infrared. Now, it's going to release officially tomorrow. That is June the 14th, no, June the 15th, and the shoe's going to cost about $200. So basically, at first glance, it reminds you of the Green Glow from 2013. So what you have is a mixture of dark gray, infrared 23, black, and then cement gray. And this is really similar to the Green Glow. So now I know that Nike probably did that because the brand is always talking about the Edit to Amplify campaign, basically giving people what they want. So the upper is made of tough nubuck, and it comes in a variety of gray shades. So you have your netting, your plastic wings, your laces, and then molded heel tab, and all that is in black. And then you have a lot of infrared highlights. Now, so what you have to complete the shoe is a white midsole and a gray rubber outsole. So it's going to be certainly something that a lot of people want. It's a Jordan. A lot of people are going to want it. So now, the first thing we want to talk about is who's getting the shoe. And if you look on my screen, you have Nike, you have Foot Locker, you have Finish Line, you have JD Sports, you have Shoe City, you have Downtown Locker Room, DTLR, and you even have Nordstrom Rack. Now, if you can't get access to the sneaker based on those from those retailers, you can get it on eBay or StockX. And I know I said StockX, and I know that they've been busted lately for selling bootlegs, but I'm sure for the most part they are pretty legitimate. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the stock numbers. Now, based on my past observations, I'm going to give Nike about 30% of the entire production, and then I'm going to give Foot Locker 25%, and the remaining 45%, they can split it. The rest of the retailers can split that. So based on my past data, this is the breakdown that I got. Like size 7, I'll give about 1,000 pairs, 7.5, 1,500. Size 8 about 5,000, and so on and so forth. We're not going to talk about every single one of them. So when you add all these things together, it comes up to like 83,620. That's just from Nike. And then I'm going to run that off to like 84,000 pairs. And since I assume that this is 30% of the original inventory from Nike, then to find the total, we just have to times it by 3, divide the 84K by 3, and then add all these things together. And what you get is 200,000 or 280,000 pairs. So I'll say the number of pairs is going to be somewhere between 200,000 pairs and then 300,000 pairs. Again, these are all numbers based on my assumptions. Take all these things with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to give you a picture of what might be going on. All right. So if you want to get access to actual numbers, check back on my website in about like 24 to 48 hours. I may have some more accurate numbers for you guys. Now, as far as the resale is concerned, so the first thing I want to talk about is the resale value. So that's between the June the 13th and June the 14th. So the shoe went from like $268 to like $271. And that's pretty interesting because it increased by like $3 a day. That's basically a linear progression there. So what you have is the last 2 or 3 days are probably like the best way to like gauge how a shoe's going to do. So again, like I said, it went up by like $3 within a 24-hour period, and that's good for resellers. That's good news for resellers. And honestly, like most Jordan 4s have been doing great, so it's not like this is like a surprise. Now, I know that some people have complained about this infrared 4 that it's gonna tank, but you gotta think in terms of long term. So we're gonna get to that in a minute. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you my 5 number summary, because that really gives you an idea of what the shoe is going to be like. So what you have right now based on the data is the lowest the shoe sold for is 248, and that's for a size 8.5. And the highest sale was 377, and that's a size 10.5. Now this is a bit tricky because 2 pair of size 10.5 sold for 250, and another one sold for 324 on June the 14th. So this is like a little bit of you don't know how this is going to work out. All right. Now, 25% of the shoes sold for prices from $240 to $255, and what you have is 4 size 8, 6 size 8.5, 1 size 9, 5 size 9.5, a size 10, 2 size 10.5, 2 size 11, a size 11.5, and 4 size 13. And then half of the shoes sold for prices between $255 and then $275. You have a size 7, 2, 8, 259, 3, 9.5, 9, 10, 8, 10.5, 9, 11, 4, 11.5, 6, 12, 12.5, 3 size 13 and 4 size 14. And then the top 25% of the sales were between 275 and 377. You have a size 7, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, 3, 10.5, 3, 11, a 12.5, 6, 13, and a size 14. Now you have some outliers, and they correspond to like size 10.5, 14, 9.5, a 10.5, and another 10.5. And that's completely understandable because when you remove the outliers, the overall resale value is going to be $266, and that's going to result in a $21 profit. That's a 14% markup. That's not too bad, but that's not impressive for a Jordan 4. But there could be a lot of reasons for this, okay? I'm not going to get into that because that's going to be opening a can of worms, so I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to show you is the actual breakdown of the current earnings per size sold. So basically, as of now, if you sell a size 7, you get about $37. If you sell a size 8, about 17, 8.5, you get about 19. A size 9, you get about 34. A size 9.5, you get 27. A size 10, you get $33. A size 10.5, 43. Size 11, 32. Size 11.5, 30. Size 12, 33. Size 12.5, 44. Size 13, 34. And size 14, $43. So what can you make out of all these numbers? Basically, 23% of the sales, they result in a profit less than $30, and then 54% will give you a profit between $30 and $40, and another 23% will give you a profit more than $40. Now, the current earnings are not impressive, but you don't want to be fooled because what's going to happen is this. That's a great long-term investment option. Because so if you're looking to capitalize on it now, that's not going to happen. Because it's going to be a lot of pairs, and then the shoe doesn't seem to be doing too good. But if you wait, if you have a lot of money to invest, I'll say get as many pairs as you can, because this is a great long-term investment option. I'm not interested in Saturday morning, make a quick buck now. If guys that have money to invest, this one is a good one for you guys. I can see this shoe peaking at like 400 plus within the next 20 months. That's going to happen. But what I'm going to do is in a few weeks, I'm going to give you an equation that's going to show you how well the shoe is going to do in days and then weeks and then maybe months to come. All right. So if you have any questions, please go on my website, leave a comment there. Any questions that you may have. All right. And also, I wanted to let you know, I did an authentication post this morning, real versus fake on the Jordan 4 infrared. So if you want to look at it, I will have a link for you in the description. Again, today I worked on a lot of sneakers, man. I worked on the Jordan 8 Taxi Yellow. I also worked on the Jordan 4 Canvas, and I don't recommend reselling that shoe. So there's a lot of things to talk about and to read about. So if you want to get access to that quickly, go on my website, houseofkicks.com, and then check the how many pairs made and resale section. That's going to show you everything that you need to know about all the shoes that are coming up now. All right. Again, if you like this type of content and you want me to do more, please let me know what shoes you want me to work on, and I'll do that for you guys. Again, thanks for watching. Please do share and then like this video if you really benefited from it. All right. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.